Hello, everyone. I'm Georgi Matev. I lead product at Kasten. I have the pleasure of being the second out of 8 speakers between you and drinks. So I'm going to try and keep it short and sweet. So we heard a lot today about persistence and storage options for Kubernetes. We also heard a little bit from Vlad and Mike earlier about what it takes to get some of these building blocks and actually deploy stateful applications that use them. And maintain them in production. So I want to double down on this and talk to you about data management from an application point of view, which is a topic that's near and dear to us at Kasten. So we as a company are focused on some initial use cases within data management, specifically data protection, where we cover backup and recovery as well as disaster recovery for your production stateful applications. Also, application migration, where we allow you to move complete application stacks, including the underlying data between clusters. Oftentimes, these clusters might be running on different infrastructure, so that's something that a lot of people find useful. So before we cover kind of the specifics of our approach, I quickly want to walk you through what we consider sort of a prototypical stateful application. So we have a kind of stateless front-end service, which is backed by a number of microservices. We'll focus on two stateful ones in this case. One is storing unstructured data on a PVC that's backed by a volume from a storage provider. And the other one is capturing structured data, in this case, in the managed service, from a cloud provider, but this really could be a database running in the context of the application. It could be running somewhere else on your Kubernetes cluster. It could be running somewhere else in your environment. So how do you deal with data management in this context? And not just this application, but if you were to have to do this for a very large number of applications. And the way to do that is really to treat the application as the operational unit, right? So traditionally, a lot of these tasks have been approached from the infrastructure level, and we've decided to turn this on its head a little bit, where we allow people to capture their entire application stack. So all the Kubernetes resources, all of the underlying data persistence, regardless of how that might be expressed. And we take care of kind of abstracting all of that away, so you don't have to worry about the underlying infrastructure, which is pretty nice. And last but not least, we help you kind of orchestrate the process of doing all of this so that you can have the right level of consistency that you desire. And we've expressed this philosophy in the K10 platform, which is our enterprise offering. This targets really cluster operators who are looking at operating infrastructure for the entire organization, multiple teams sharing these clusters, oftentimes multiple BUs. And for these folks, it's important that they're able to do all of this across a very large number of applications, like hundreds, if not thousands of applications. Oftentimes, they don't even know what these applications are ahead of time. So for them, we offer several things. So one is being able to discover the applications running on these clusters automatically. So we'll discover all of the application resources and all of the persistence associated with the applications. Then we give you the ability to express through policy what are your business objectives around backup and recovery and migration. We also take care of scheduling and executing of these robust workflows. And last but not least, we help you monitor all of these operations so that if there are problems, you can kind of quickly take corrective action. Why this is great, we oftentimes realize that for some of these applications, you need to be able to extend the logic around these data management operations. So for that, we have a framework called Canister, which is an open source framework that allows you to basically create recipes for applications that need custom handling. And you can drive these then through K10, or you can integrate them in your own scripting as needed. You can find a lot more about this at GitHub. And all right, Come see us at the show floor. We have 2 talks, a lot more about these topics. One is on data protection. The other one is on CI/CD and data. And come talk to us at the back.
All right.